Hello and welcome to the Through the Pain podcast. This is a place for chronic pain and chronic illness warriors to dare, dance, and dream through the pain.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another great episode of the Through the Pain podcast. And today I have someone very special. I'm very proud to have her on our podcast. She is Ms. Black, Mississippi, USA. And this is my baby. I'm a little partial. She's one of my faves. This is Kallie Hargrove. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for having me today.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
It's good to see you after all this time. I'm excited to have you on this podcast because you are a girl after my own heart. You are a SCD survivor, SCD warrior. Let's change that up. You're a warrior, and you are rocking the crown. You are a pageant girl like me, and you are doing your thing. And I see you out there, and I'm so proud of you. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So tell me about your upcoming pageant, and tell me about your title.
So I will be competing in August for the Miss Black Mississippi USA title. And I'm so excited. I actually competed in the system and on the state level a few years back in the MISS category. And that was an amazing experience. I had fun. I didn't win that title, but it was such a good experience that I wanted to try again. And I get to do it in a new area. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. So in August, you will be competing where in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, in D.C.
Okay. And you will hopefully, with the right coaching and the right
hopefully I can clutch the crown.
Yeah, clutch the crown and rock it for the sickle cell warriors out there. So yes. I will be looking forward to that. And also you're a nurse. And tell me how you got into nursing. Tell the audience about that.
So I don't know exactly what point in my life I was like, I want to be a nurse, because when you're little, you just decide all these things. I want to do this, I want to do that. But I know in college, like that was my goal, was I wanted to major in nursing and get into the career right away. Unfortunately, it didn't happen so smoothly for me. So I do have like my first bachelor's degree in kinesiology. And then after that, I went into nursing school. And it was a journey. It was a journey to get here. Every day I look back, I'm at work, I'm like, wow, I'm actually a nurse. I'm a hematology, oncology, bone marrow nurse. It's like I am living my dream that I thought would never even get here. It just seems so far away back then. And I'm just so grateful to get to serve like my community. Like I get to care for cancer patients and sickle cell patients. And that's just exciting for me because I see me in my patients. All my patients don't know my story, but it's such a honor to take care of them because I'm like, I get it. I know what you're going through, even though I don't know exactly how you're feeling, but I can empathize with you because I'm also a patient. I've been in this bed. I've felt all the tears and the pain, like talking to doctors. So it's just amazing that I get to be a nurse who can relate to patients in that aspect.
Now, your colleagues that work with you, do they know that you have sickle cell? And if so, how do they treat you?
Yes, they do know. They treat me just like everybody else, no different. I actually got sick and had to be on my unit. And it was fun. It was funny to me. I was like, oh my goodness, this is like so embarrassing. Like they see me as this colleague, as this nurse. I work with them, and now I'm sitting here with the IV pole attached to me. But they treat me, they're very nice. They're always so caring. If I don't feel well, like they're always looking out for me, and I really appreciate that. And the management is great. They work with me. So I'm very thankful to have a good support system at work.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Dr. Jonasan, or you can call me Dr. J, but I'm the lead investigator of Charisma, a clinical trial built by the community for the community. Now, the word on these streets is that people living with sickle cell battle with pain on a day-to-day basis. In fact, you may be feeling like pain is the greatest barrier get between you and that life that you want to live. Well, that's exactly why we're doing this study, because we want to find out if warriors can teach other warriors how to better manage their pain and their life, but doing all this through a mobile phone. If that sounds interesting, let's meet some of the people living with sickle cell that make charisma.
All right, audience, welcome back to the Through Pain podcast. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I have another question for you. It's a big one. As a sickle cell warrior, what are the lessons that sickle cell taught you?
Sickle cell has taught me to live each moment, because with sickle cell, you just never know when the pain is going to strike. You just not like, you can wake up, it's all good day, and next thing you know, you're rolling on the floor because of a crisis. So I just try to really enjoy each moment, good or bad. I'm like, you know what? It could be worse. I could be in a crisis right now. Like, that's how I have to think about things. Like, at least I'm not in the hospital. At least I'm not like bound to my bed right now. I can be out and enjoy this or that. And always to be appreciative of the people who are around me and that support me, because it's hard to come by good people. People are just, when it comes to something like that, you have to have people in your corner who are going to help pick you up when you are down, because sickle cell would just kick you for real, and you feel so alone. But you have those people who remind you like you're not alone. They're here for you. They'll get you those snacks that you want while you're in the hospital from that awful hospital food, or they'll just let you cry. And so even though sickle cell it comes with a lot of issues, but it gives me so many lessons that will be hard to actually come by if I didn't have sickle cell.
Okay. So I have a little surprise for you. You didn't know anything about this.
Oh goodness.
You know that Through the Pain has some merchandise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have purchased our merchandise, and you were one of our ambassadors at one point. But as a surprise to you, the queen that you are, because you're winning these crowns, you have your own shirt that we will create for you. Yes. And I decided, you can change it, but I decided winning Through the Pain would suit you, because you're winning and you're rocking these crowns out here in these streets, these pageant streets, and slaying sickle cell out here.
Oh.
So we have a winning Through the Pain shirt for you. And by the time this podcast airs, we will have the winning Through the Pain shirt on our website, available on throughthepain.com. So yeah, that is your surprise.
Thank you. That's so exciting. I'm so honored. Oh, thank you so much, Dima.
You are so welcome, and you're well deserved. And we're going to talk after this. You're going to come back to the podcast again, because there's so much more that you have to offer as a nurse and as a sickle cell advocate and a warrior. You have so much to bring to the table, and I'm looking forward to bringing you back on again. But before you leave, before you part, is there anything that you want to share with the audience?
I would just like to share, if you have sickle cell, keep going. Don't let stop you. Don't let life stop you. You have sickle cell. Sickle cell does not have you. And if you don't know like much about sickle cell, you don't have it, do some research. Just the little research is important to people who do have sickle cell. Knowing that people are trying to understand us and help us means a lot. And give blood. Go donate some blood.
Okay. Red Cross. Yes, go to the Red Cross and donate some blood. So yeah, thank you so much, Kallie. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to having you as a guest once again.
Yes, thank you.
For tools, merchandise, and additional information, log on to our website, www.throughthepain.org. This has been a Public Praise Media production.